babies in the ghetto. So who's going to speak for them? So when you're looking at the lens of Tupac, you got to see the whole story of what he doing. What is he doing? When you go back to the beginning and he tell you the thug life, he's going to show you the evolution, which is a process. Now, under the master number, the master keys is what it's called. Using the master keys of 22, Tupac is supposed to awaken Hiram as a right in the lodge, the travel lodge. And so if he's trying to wake Hiram, now he know this motherfucker gonna be woke in 22 years if he do this. But what all of the brothers in the lodge keep failing to remember, if they have this key, is that no man can raise Hiram. It's not possible. Every one of them that becomes a master, like for instance, a good one is the collaboration with Berry Gordy and Quincy Jones called The Last Dragon. The Last Dragon was the same story. It was trying to get Hiram to awaken. When you look at it and they asking Bruce Leroy who the master, and he going everywhere looking for the master. And then in the final confrontation with Sho'nuff, he realized he'd been looking everywhere out there for the master, but the master has been in here all the time. Now watch the glow. Sho'nuff is red. He is your representation of the fallen one. And he riding through the whole hood. He's a terror. He's an asshole. He's a scourge. Bruce Leroy is trying to be a good, upright man. Fall in love with this chick they call Vanity. Vanity is there for a reason. This is all part of the master using the number, the master key 22 to awaken Hiram. He was watching and laughed because they had the characters reversed, and where Sho'nuff was more of the type of character that Hiram was, whereas Bruce Leroy was too passive. So that one wouldn't have worked. That would have never raised Hiram if a man could raise Hiram. You go back into music, and then you hear Buju Banton talking about a mystical communication within that keep drawing us together. But we don't know what he's talking about, but we know it's something there that keep telling us that we need to connect. All in the 70s, you heard it. Bob Marley, Exodus, movement of GINJAB people in the 70s. Now, it's no coincidence that the Bob Marley Exodus album dropped in 78. It dropped in 77. It got big in 78. Also in 1978, Farrakhan launched a newspaper on his mission to rebuild the Nation of Islam called The Final Call. That's not an accident. That the Exodus album of Marley and the Final Call newspaper, they come out together, like right together, because it's a reason for that. What else is on the Exodus album? The redemption song. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We have to fulfill the book. So all of these masters is trying to wake up a particular master. This goes all the way back to Prince Hall. Goes all the way back to Prince Hall, because the other Masons, your Scottish Rite and your York Rite, they got what you call broken keys. They had to get broken keys in order to prevent them from holding on to power longer than they were allowed to. Their power time was up in 1918. Their time was up in 1918. Now go to the prophecy, and it's saying 80 years later, which is 2008. I got paroled in 2007. Do the math. So 100 years later, all right, Levi Dowling, also a Mason. He wrote 18 Missing Years of Christ. I was sentenced to 18 to 50. 50 is the number of elder in the righteous community. So you know 50 being the number of the elder in the righteous community. Why? Because this is what you call your galactic seat number. So a man attaining the age of 50, he attains the age of elder. If he done his diligence coming up into the age of 50, then his elders or his status as an elder and his study to reach another level. And if he reached all of the levels it's called the unfolding of heaven on earth. And this is when a man becomes so realized that he see everything clearly. It's they call the moment of truth in bullfighting. The moment that the bull finally see the matador, regardless of the cape. Now notice, before the matador, you have a cape. That cape is called the veil. But at the moment of truth, the bull is about to literally die, but he finally sees the matador. That's the moment of truth. So physical death and spiritual death are two different things. And you die spiritually, but you can live physically, or you can die physically and live spiritually, or you can do both. You can die spiritually first, live physically longer, then die physically, come back spiritually, and do it all over again. They call it reincarnation, but the Africans call it resurrection, because certain people can only come at certain times. So now when we're looking at the Tupac, the first thing that tell me something is not right. Tupac, time of death, 3:04 p.m. On a Friday. 3:04 p.m. on a Friday. Anybody that do their research automatically know that if he's having a cremation funeral on Sunday morning, you automatically know something ain't right. You automatically know something ain't right. Now, the whole thing rests at the beginning of it. You have to see that the first step, where is the first anomaly that's out of order? There's no way possible to have an autopsy, a cremation on a murder in less than 36 hours. Now I challenge anybody to go in the history books and find a person that was actually murdered and cremated and had a funeral in less than 3 days. You're not gonna never find that, because it takes a minimum of 12 hours to incinerate a body, a minimum of 12 hours, because of the bones and the teeth. They have to be incinerated as well. Everything had to be burned to dust. That's not possible. It's not possible, because if the coroner expedite autopsy to the front of the line, if he expedited, I mean, if he jumped the line on the other homicides in the area, skip all of the ones that was first and go out of order, because it's a job. They go in an order. But if he was like, this is a special case, this one has to be done first because of the police is saying this is a big deal. Okay. It take at least 4 hours minimum to do an autopsy on somebody, a natural causes. They do extra stuff in a homicide that can take them up to 8 hours to 16 hours to do one autopsy. So it's not possible to die, have an autopsy, be incinerated, and have a funeral in less than 36 hours. It's not going to happen on Earth. It defies the law process. Now, where's the next anomaly at? The next anomaly is an interview that his mother gave with Tavis Smiley when she said, don't worry about Tupac. Tupac lives his life. She just told you you're alive. How can you live your life if you've been assassinated? So you have Mopreme. Mopreme said he on a legendary path. Tupac ain't dead. He doing some legendary shit. But what is he talking about? Now, we got to go back again to the beginning. What's the beginning is the Fab Five Freddy interview. The Fab Five Freddy interview, you will see Tupac in a studio with various artists. Every single one of these artists has been a major industry force. Every one of them. There has not been one of them that at one point or another did not have a major hip-hop record. Now, at this point, you have to say, what is it all about then? Why would Tupac fake his death? Let's analyze that. So he's trying to show you right before your eyes how a guy can come from the gutter, thug life, He said, I'm going to show you the evolution of a man. So he started off as this kid, fun-loving kid, you know, he loved everybody and everything, and you get to watch the life beating him down. You get to watch the reporters reporting bullshit. You find out that you missed this sign over here, and then it take you back to the right path. You know, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the standard cookie cutter for the ignorant. Is to assume that the wise are insane. That's the cookie cutter answer. Oh, they telling me this, they must be insane. They don't even know what insanity is, but they call us insane. I know what you mean, Tina. A lot of this stuff, as I experienced it, I thought it was irrational, but I kept finding that the answer was correct. And when you find that the answer is correct, then you can only accept the truth. You can't force the lie to stay when you discover the truth. You can't unlearn the truth. Once you know that shit, you can ignore it. You can run from it. You can hide from it. You can duck behind the car, crawl under the bed. You can close yourself up in the closet. But one thing gonna happen is you're gonna always be drawn back to it. You're gonna always be drawn back to the truth for the simple fact it's the fucking truth. And that's what we want to hear. You know, don't you know? The initial reaction is an upset. Yep. The name meanings, you got to write the names down and look the meanings up, and you might even know then why you having those name meanings pop in your head. It's been a long journey, and there's been a lot of people involved. This is what they don't get. They think that I just popped up out of nowhere and I know all this shit I know. It wasn't no process to get here. It wasn't no system that I was following. There wasn't no classification of information. Wasn't none of that. I just walked out of the motherfucking closet one day with just a smart motherfucker that got some answers for some shit. That's not possible. That's not possible. Albert Einstein had to fucking go to school, and he can't fuck with me. John von Neumann went to school. He can't fuck with me. You know, so, I mean, it's cool. I can accept all that being crazy shit. But y'all don't wake up. There's going to be a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's going to be part of the Left Behind series. You know. Because we're running on a deadline. We don't have a lot of time left. We down to weeks now. We down to weeks before the grand fucking finale takes place. And the motherfucking door get closed on a bunch of ignorant ass motherfuckers that choose to be ignorant because they refuse to accept the facts, the truth. And as long as you refuse to accept the truth, I can't help you. I can't help you. You know? I can't help a motherfucker that don't understand that a motherfucker went through a whole lot of shit to be able to help you in case. See, this is what they don't know about the gorillas. The gorilla clan, as a totem, is a guardian clan of a family. They're family guardians. If you watch the silverback around this clan, he's a peaceful motherfucker. He don't bother nobody, nobody don't fuck with him. If you want to piss him off, fuck with the clan. And when it comes to this UAW shit, I'm second generation. I'm like a motherfucking Marine with that shit. Semper Fi till I die, motherfucker. Semper Fi till I motherfucking die. And if I got the motherfucking means and I got the knowledge to assist in the recovery program of the worker, I'm gonna fucking do that because I'm a worker. Blue collar ass motherfucker I am. And yep, you right. Right, so right about that. I don't know where these people get all this ideas from that God just gonna let this shit go on non-stop tyranny without end. Non-stop oppression, subjugation without end. Ain't no righteous motherfucking God. If he righteous,
gonna sit back and let that shit not have an end. It gotta have an end. It got to be a conclusion to the tyranny. It had to be a final fucking solution to the imbalance in the nature of the orb, the planet, the earth realm. You know? So if God, all wise, right, and exact, got to be because he made this shit, then there has to be a remedy in place to overcome wickedness and oppression. It got to be. There's no all-wise God that's not going to have a remedy for us. You know, so the brother asked me earlier about them all-seeing eye-ass motherfucking lying niggas. Talking about they got the all-seeing eye, they can see it, and they can't see shit. They can't see enough to know that in order to overcome the force of divide and conquer, you need a dog in every fight. I can show you my fucking dog in every fucking fight. Politics, science, religion, historians. I can show you my fucking dog in every fight. It don't even matter. But y'all are so hung up on what the government put on the news. Maybe I should infiltrate the news. So those, if I can get 5 people that feel like making 5 calls apiece, CNN, Fox, and the major 3 local channels, and tell them about the corruption at the IUAW, and that the big 3 not dealing because of it, and you want to know why they not reporting on it, because they already know. This shit is up. The news reporters know this shit, but that's still ran by the other motherfuckers that we call the enemy. That ain't ran by us yet. That's why they had to get rid of Bill Cosby, which y'all not understanding, because NBC right now supposed to be in Cosby's hands for this shit. For this shit. This is what he in prison for. He ain't in there for tricking with them ugly ass women. Whew. Some of them bitches, I don't even understand it. How the people don't see that that's a script they was reading. But Bill Cosby is in prison because he was trying to get NBC for this shit. NBC. Not CBS, not ABC, NBC. And it was for a reason. Right? So they had to move Cosby. They killed the son first. Then they tried to give him a scandal where some girl was claiming to be his illegitimate daughter and made him pay. Okay, that still wasn't enough. But not until he said something about us raising these kids to be buffoons did he end up getting thrown under the bus on these sex cases. You think these motherfuckers ain't know that shit 35 fucking years ago? The guys he's supposed to have been doing some rape shit, and all of a sudden, through all of the shit that they put him through, what made him wait so long to say he raped a bitch? This is why niggas is stuck right now. Y'all stuck because y'all believe dumb shit. Dumb shit. Not shit that makes sense. Dumb shit. It got to be dumb for y'all to believe it. If it's some dumb shit and they put it on the news, you take that shit and you run for a touchdown with some goddamn foolish ass dumb shit. That's how we roll. Now I can sit on here and tell y'all motherfucker a whole motherfucking cigarette pack of lies. Y'all run like I just told y'all the deepest shit on earth. But when a motherfucker tell y'all the truth, motherfuckers get scared to death of that shit. The truth shit is a motherfucker. You ain't got no receipts. I got mine, right, Portia? Tell them. I collect mine regularly to show that I'm showing improving my motherfucking position. A motherfucker can't tell me shit. Yep. We gonna get these motherfuckers. Yep. But I guess I'd about shot my wad. I'm looking to scroll through to see if I got any questions I might have missed. But it's just a sad affair that all these workers had to suffer for ignorance. All these motherfucking workers gotta suffer out of just, not because they did nothing wrong. Because it closed a mind. If you close your mind, you might as well close your motherfucking eyes and lay down and be dead. Because that's exactly what you are. A dead motherfucker walking. Yeah, I do asks me about Kundalini work. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got this one song. It say it say most hated in the game, called me Ryan Artest. It opened up my chest, the cardiac shutdown, Kundalini rising. Ask some hoes what now. So I do Kundalini work, and yeah, yeah, it's